ज्योतिः परस्य धीमहि यन्नः सत्येन दीपयेत्। तत्सवितुर्वरं रूपम् ज्योतिः परस्य धीमहि यन्नः सत्येन दीपयेत्। तत्सवितुर्वरं रूपम् ज्योतिः परस्य धीमहि यन्नः सत्येन दीपयेत्।
Good morning and good evening. Welcome to the meditation session titled I Am Awareness, with the aspiration to invoke more and more awareness in my life, with an aspiration to become aware. Let's just focus on our breath for 2 to 3 minutes without any guidance, just sitting, preferably sitting and shoulders relaxed, spine straight, eyes closed, and we can concentrate on a chant or on our breath or any other place that we like, tip of the nose, between the eyebrows, above the head. We'll just be with ourselves, invoking grace and with coming to the present moment before we start any prop, any meditation. Yeah, like guided meditation. There are many helpful practices that help us centered, be more stabilized especially when we are sitting down and meditating, especially in the beginning. Focusing on a specific place helps because we give ourselves a task, because we are so used to the thoughts. That is our task. So when we are trying to not become one with the thoughts and go wherever they want to take us, focusing on the breath, a name, a chant, or any other specific place, and all these places, all the chakras and all that they have, they're specific. qualities and the way they calm us. Sometimes, just sitting with yourself for 30, 40 seconds, just, repeating something that, okay, for right now, the next 20 minutes or 15 minutes, I just am not this name, this person. I'm just, all I have to do is focus or be the breath, whatever we choose to be. Sometimes such preppings, I feel also help. There's no formula, just, wanted to share a few tidbits. So I will now share a very nice video by Goenka ji. So Mr. Goenka is, credited with bringing Vipassana back to India. And he was an amazing person. He has passed away recently. So he has some good pointers for us. Yeah, in case you don't hear it, please.
You are asked to observe your respiration. You observe hardly two respiration and gone. This mind is gone somewhere. And after a long time you realize, oh, where it is gone? I was here to observe my breath. And again you bring it. Again after one or two breaths, gone somewhere. And again you realize you bring it back. And not only that, when you find this mind wandering again and again, a flickering mind, you feel so agitated. What kind of mind I am carrying? It cannot work this ordinary work just to observe. It has nothing to do. Respiration is there. It's not a breathing exercise that you get fatigued because of that. It is there. And your job is just observe. It's just happening. You're sitting on the bank of the river. The river is flowing. What you have to do? And still, it cannot do even this easy job. You feel very frustrated. You generate agitation, irritation. Oh no, no. Then you are going against the technique. This is your own habit pattern of the mind, that when something unwanted happens, you react. You react with irritation, with agitation, with negativity. And this is what you started doing. Now you want the mind to get concentrated, and look, it is not concentrated. So you start reacting. Oh no, no, no. The technique wants you just accept the fact. Mind has wandered away. At this moment, the mind has wandered away. Smilingly accept it, wandered away. So what? The breath is still there. I come back to breath. Come back to breath. Again it wanders away. Again come back to breath. Very soon you will realize that as soon as you accept the fact the mind has wandered away, you won't have to pull it back to the breath. It just comes. It will come automatically. You just accept the fact mind has wandered away. Enough. It will come back to the breath. So you started observing your mind, the nature of your mind. It keeps on wandering. What a fleeting mind, a flickering mind, a wandering mind. Another reality. Where does it wander? Oh, so many objects. You can't keep a diary. You're not allowed to keep a diary here, but even if you were allowed, no, not possible for anyone to keep a diary where it wandered. Every moment it is somewhere on the sky or somewhere in another world altogether. You can't keep a diary. But still, carefully if you notice, you will find there are only two fields for this mind to wander. The field of the past memories, the field of the future. A memory will arise in your mind, this memory or that memory. At this moment, this memory, later on maybe some other memory. But some memory, it so happened. Oh, so-and-so insulted me in the past. So-and-so abused me. At that time I didn't know what to do. Now this fellow insults me. I will retort like this. I will reply like this. I will do like, and start rolling in future. And you keep on rolling in future. Again, suddenly a thought of the past comes. And you start rolling in the past. Again, you jump to the future. And you keep on rolling in the future. This is the habit pattern of my mind. It keeps on rolling in the past or rolling in the future. It does not want to live in the present. Does not want to live in the present. And one has to live in the present. How can you live in the past? The past is gone forever. You cannot buy back the moment that has gone away. You cannot buy back it and relive giving all the dollars of the world. Impossible. It's gone forever. And future is future. Unless it becomes present, you can't live. You have to live in the present. And look what sort of mind which does not want to live in present. Oh, that is the reason why it remains so agitated. It does not know the art of living. And the whole technique teaches you the art of living, how to live in the present moment. Even a few moments you get, when you are with the respiration, this is the moment, the reality of this moment, the breath coming in, the breath going out. And all other moments, when you were rolling in the past or in the future, was the result of the habit pattern of the mind. Another reality will become clearer and clearer. Well, it wanders in the past, it wanders in the future. What kind of thoughts? Again, two kinds of thoughts, two patterns. Pleasant, unpleasant. When it rolls in the past memories, the memory may be pleasant memory or unpleasant memory. When it rolls in future, the thought of the future may be pleasant or unpleasant. So either it is pleasant or it is unpleasant. Then you will notice that when it has started rolling in something pleasant of the past or of the future, then a part of the mind has started reacting. Ah, I like it. Ah, wonderful. This should happen again and again. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. This liking, it turns into craving. And it turns into clinging. And you don't know how you have lost the balance of your mind. You have become unbalanced, you become miserable because you started craving, you started clinging. Similarly, when the mind starts rolling in a thought unpleasant of past or future, you will notice a part of the mind will start reacting, I don't like it. And this don't like it very soon turns into aversion, hatred. And again you notice you have lost the balance of your mind, you become very agitated. Ah, this is the present behavior pattern of my mind. It keeps on reacting with craving, clinging, aversion, hatred, which in the language of the days of Buddha was raga, craving means kraga, and dvesha, aversion. So all the time craving, aversion, therefore all the time agitated. Why this craving? Why this aversion? Because one does not know what is happening deep inside. A surface level of the mind remains busy with the outside objects, and one does not know the depth of the mind where craving arises, where aversion arises, where agitation arises, where misery arises. This is what is called ignorance. Moha. And also moha, ignorance. The mind is so ignorant. At times you will notice how ignorant the mind is. A thought arises in the mind, past or future, doesn't matter. Pleasant or unpleasant, doesn't matter. A thought has arisen in the mind. And before even one sentence is over, some other thought has started. And before one sentence is over, some other thought has started. Irrelevant thoughts. There is no sequence of thoughts. And this is madness. What else madness can be? When you say somebody, an insane person, a mad person, this person is mad, this person is insane because this person has no sequence of thoughts. An example, an insane person, hungry from last 4 days, you feel compassionate, you offer him a plate full of food. Very happy, he sits down because he's hungry. He takes just one morsel of the food, and before this morsel reaches the mouth, his thought pattern has changed. Now he starts thinking, I am in a bathroom, I am taking bath, and this is a soap cake. Starts rubbing it on his body. And before that is over, another thought starts coming. This person who has come is my enemy, and he has come to kill me. And before he kills me, I should kill him. And how to kill him? Oh, these are the hand grenades. I throw, and he will be dead. Throws away whole food. This is a mad person, insane person. He has got no sequence of thought. Everyone will realize how insane one is. You got no sequence of thoughts. One thing starts and then suddenly something else will start and then suddenly something else will start. Madness. And this is called moha, ignorance. One ignorance is that you don't know what is happening. One ignorance that there is no sequence of your thought. Well, even if there's a sequence of thought, you don't know how you're generating negativity in your mind and how you're generating misery. This will become clearer and clearer at the experiential level as you go deeper, as you go deeper.
Yeah, it was a long one. And yet, it's good to see, to know how, where all we go. And I think it's good to know that it's almost the same for everyone. You know, how it's like the moment you sit, how the processes start, we're all, now we know it's just future and past. There's aversion or, there is attraction. So when we see this, at times it helps us not to follow the dictates and to stabilize us somewhere, where we need to be. So anything before we sit with a silence again and maybe observe this more, although I'm sure we would have already observed these patterns, and yet to see the mechanical nature of the mind when somebody, like Mr. Goenka puts it. And I think what's important is not to get agitated or judgmental. Okay, so I do have a guided meditation, but before that, let's sit for 5 minutes starting from now. Try to be with the breath and we can observe where the mind is going, what we just heard, whatever we could retain. If we can see some patterns, it helps us in dissociating and not following the dictates and getting lost. I'm just repeating myself. I apologize for that. So now, start the beginning now. We'll sit for 5 minutes. And if there's any sharing, we'll take answers. As Goenka ji was sharing, the only activity that is truly happening in the present moment is the breath, is the breathing process. And every time I connect with the breath, even for a single breath in between, when I become aware, when I see I'm getting lost in some places I don't want to go to, any emotions, any chaos, any thought pattern, if I come back to my breath, a lot of times I find stability. Stability that I lose in the forest of thoughts and my story. So acknowledging that, aspiring for more moments of mindfulness, making effort to put these small pockets of time to fill them with more mindful breaths whenever we can. So now, before we end, I have a short, very simple, beautiful, light, guided meditation. Again, the title is Quiet the Mind and Becoming Present. It's a 10-minute guided meditation. So we'll be doing that. In case, Deepa, did you want to say anything?
Begin by getting into a comfortable position. Trust what your body wants and needs from you. And whenever you're ready, softly close your eyes. Allow your belly to become soft and loose, feeling it expand even if only a little bit as you breathe in, and deflate as you breathe out. Letting each breath feel rich, rewarding, and satisfying to you. Observing with kindness and non-judgment now. Perhaps you may expand your awareness to also feel the beating of your own heart. Just noticing whatever it is you notice. You are simply playing the role of a gentle observer. tune in to how you feel more present and more centered. Affirming to yourself, I am here. I am here with me. I give myself permission to be in this moment now. All of our power is in this moment. We can't change what happened in the past, and we cannot control what will happen in the future. Perhaps we have a feeling we can control what will happen in the future, and perhaps it's fun to plan and daydream. But tune into how you feel so much power by being right here. Letting go of any need to control. Letting your ability to simply observe and be present with you. Letting that ability be all you need in this moment. And even if only for this moment. Letting this be enough. Begin to invite your body to relax a little bit more deeply now. Releasing any tension or tightness in any muscles that you do not need to use right now. Particularly paying attention to the muscles in your face. Letting them become slack and heavy. As well as in your shoulders and sit bones. Inviting yourself to drop in even more now. Staying present with your breath, your body, and the sounds you are hearing. Putting everything else on pause, even if only for right now. I will leave you for a few moments to just bask in this present moment. And as you do, allow yourself to remain non-judgmental. And if at any moment your mind wanders, that's okay. Stay in the role of observer, observing your thoughts without being attached, and then returning to your breath, body, and music. next in-breath, breathe in extra deeply, holding it at the top, even if only for a moment. And then when you're ready, letting it go completely, with a sigh if you wish. And whenever you reach the bottom, just return to your regular flow of breathing and begin to slowly roll your shoulders, nice and slowly, really staying present with your body, perhaps wiggling fingers and toes. With eyes still closed, becoming more aware of the space around you. And very slowly, when you're ready, open your eyes back to the world around you and have a wonderful rest of your day.
Apologies for the abrupt stop. One thing that I resonated with this one was when she said that this is enough. When we are focusing on our breath, we are not used to simplicity. We are not used to just not doing anything, and breathing does not feel like we are doing anything. But when she asked us to focus on our breath and says, this is enough, I thought that's something that we can all learn. Yeah. So thank you so much for joining in. We'll end here today, thanking Grace and the ability, the physical, mental, psychological, spiritual grace and ability to sit, to gather, to reflect, to act, to not act, acknowledging the blessing that I have and hoping and aspiring and praying for more of us to live in gratitude and to recognize the blessings that we have. Thank you so much.